Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Happy Thursday to you, and it is going to be an exciting weekend because we have got the Mighty UKKO Fragment event starting tomorrow, and we have got a 10x coinciding with this weekend's summoning events. You're probably going to need to be pulling in order to get points for a summon rush or a champion chase revolving around Mighty UKKO, and Mighty UKKO is definitely a champion you're going to want to get your hands on. So what we're going to do in this video is get you caught up as we head in to the big events kicking off tomorrow in Raid Shadow Legends. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so it has been quite the morning. Usually I would get this video out a couple hours ago, but planning something big that I'm not sure if I can talk about yet, but we'll definitely keep you in the loop, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very exciting. But anyway, we've got Mighty UKKO starting tomorrow, and right now we're just waiting on the release of that full event schedule. Plarium will probably post this in their main announcements channel tomorrow morning, and I'll obviously get a video out on the channel and give you some context as best I can how to plan for success in the Mighty UKKO Fragment event, because Mighty UKKO is one of the best champions they've ever done for a fusion/fragment event. So we definitely want to get this done properly and focus on setting ourselves up for success. And unfortunately, we're not seeing the events for tomorrow's Mighty UKKO Fragments up in the live game right now, but they will show up tomorrow morning and we'll be ready to rock if I had to guess, and then we'll know what is coming online. But we do have a 10x launching with this weekend's summon events, and it's a decently juicy one, because we have got champions like Yumiko and Duchess. Obviously, Yumiko, that insane new Void Legendary that is basically Kymar and Warlord wrapped into one. Duchess needs no intro, but we've also got Truoth, who is a new one that I'll go over here quick in case you need a refresher course on that, and Tatura Rhymehide. Now, Tatura is the only fusion event that I ever missed out on that I was truly trying to go for, because I set up a multi-battle type scenario when I got off my computer for the night, and then raid crashed and I didn't end up finishing the event that I needed in order to get what I needed to get this champion. So missed out on that one. So it's actually a pretty good 10x for me personally, and obviously I'll be pulling shards during this weekend. But anyway, let's go through the whole 10x. We've also got Rector Droth, Quarjin the Crowned, and Old Hermit York. So one by one, I'll quickly give you my synopsis on each of these champions. Yumiko is going to be the Void Legendary featured in the 10x, and Yumiko is absolutely insane. This ability, Dance of Time, is one of the best in the game. Decrease the cooldown of all ally skills by 3 turns, which is basically a reset, and increase the cooldown of all enemy skills by 3 turns, which basically wins you the fight because it gives you full autonomy over the battlefield for 3 turns, with them only doing default abilities. So obviously, Yumiko is an absolutely cracked champion, and she's got other cool stuff going on in her kit. So anyone who does not have a Yumiko is going to enjoy summoning her for sure. Now, Duchess is an OG that doesn't really need an introduction. A lot of people think she is the best and most impactful, most account-changing non-Void Legendary in the game. The consensus is usually either her or Prince Kymar. But yeah, Duchess as a support with one of the best Rs in the game, with Revive, an insane passive that is just constant free toughness for your entire squad, and everything that she does, blocking buffs, increasing attack, veil, heals, shields, just absolutely bonkers champion here in Duchess. So right out the gate, we've got Yumiko and Duchess featured in the 10x. Truoth is also going to be in this one. Kind of looks like Dark Kale's uncle or something. But yeah, in case you want a refresher course on him, the A1 is attack one enemy, heal the champion by 5% of max HP, and then heals the champion by 10% instead if they are under 50% HP. So a little bit of self-sustain there on the A1. Then we get an AoE that we can book down to 4 turns. We're going to place Perfect Veil on all allies, and then also counterattack and strengthen on this champion. The counterattack will proc that constant self-sustain. And then we've got heal a target ally by 20% of this champion's max HP, then balance the HP of all allies. A lot of you, if you use Sinesha, you may be familiar with the balancing of the HP. The HP levels of all allies will be brought up to the level of the ally with the highest HP, and then after balancing, place ally protection buff on the initial target for 2 turns. And then we've got a passive that will decrease the cooldown of Animus Infusion, which is the A3 right here, and by 1 turn for every 10% this champion loses. So you kind of set this champion up as a tank with the ally protection and everything, proccing the passive, getting the counterattack for the A1 and the self-sustain. So not going to be one of the best legendaries in the game, but can definitely be fun in faction wars or certain scenarios like that, where you can use him to soak up damage and have a lot of self-sustain to make him very tanky. And the last legendary in this weekend's 10x events is going to be Tatura Rhymehide. Super cool that we get decreased accuracy on the A1. That is very rare. Tatura also scales with defense and has a really high base defense. Then the A2 is going to block debuffs and increase defense, which is an insane ability for your team, no matter what content you're doing. The A3 is going to be an AoE that places Veil on all allies and also a shield based on damage inflicted. And then we get a passive that is going to reflect 30% of the damage the champion receives back to the attacker and a chance to freeze them with a defense aura in the Doom Tower by 35%. So a very generally useful champion here in Tatura, even though probably not like a top 10 legendary or anything, but fun to have on your account for lots of different content. And then we'll also go over the epics. Rektor Droth is one of them, and Rektor is probably one of the top 10, top 20-ish epics in the game. An amazing support, a Knight Revenant faction carry. If you don't have Rektor, if you haven't finished Knight Rev Faction War, is going to be a very, very good epic to summon. And then we also have Quargon, who is in the Lizardmen. Now, Quargon, not amazing, not one of the best epics in the game or anything, but would be fun for that Lizard secret room because you need a bunch of epics in the Wizardmen to finish that, obviously, and he can be okay as a healer and a shielder and stuff like that, but I don't think he's going to be a super sought after champ like Rektor or anything. Old Hermit Yorg is basically a situational epic, but for Orc Faction Wars is a reviver. Revive 2 random allies with 60% HP and fill their Terminators by 40%, then place Perfect Veil on them. Has a long cooldown of 7 default, 5 booked, but if you need a reviver for the Orcs, would be a decent summon for your account. So that is the 10x coming up this weekend, and in correlation with kicking off the events for the fragments going on for Mighty UKKO, and hopefully we will see a lot of that stuff in game tomorrow morning, and we can really do a deep dive and get you all caught up on everything you need to know about these different tournaments and events going on in game. Also, for some random housekeeping, you're going to want to get your tag team arena and stuff like that in order, because we should be getting a CVC tournament here on Tuesday. If Plarium goes by their normal rotation of every other Tuesday, that would mean here in about 4 days, you're going to have a CVC match if you're in a clan that participates in those. And I can load up the shop and see if anything is noteworthy. We'd be looking for like good deals on shards for pulling during the champion chase and summon rush type stuff going on for Mighty UKKO. I don't like this silver pack string personally. The multi-battle pack here is not bad. It's not amazing, but if you're trying to load up because you're low on resources heading into the Mighty UKKO shenanigans starting soon, this wouldn't be a bad purchase. Just keep note that you're going to get it over the course of 3 days, but it's not an amazing offer. A decent time to scoop up the monthly pack because it grades out as about a 2.5, and it's a pretty solid offer compared to what we usually see in game, and it would give you a little bit of res as we head in. So if you're a spender on raid, I would probably pick up the monthly pack this month, especially with the Mighty UKKO stuff going on. No, we like the mini mixes that are 101% extra ones. Savage, no, this is only going to be for insanely high spenders. And I don't think their offers for the Soul Stones have made sense yet, in my opinion. And you can always tell when you see a purchase limit of 4 up in the top right, you know it's probably not that great of an offer. If it's a great offer, it's going to have a purchase limit of 1. Yeah, see, so this one does have a purchase limit of 1, but that's because it's a progress pack. It's not the worst progress pack that they do, but yeah, I don't think it's great in my opinion. So honestly, the only thing I'm seeing that would make sense would be the multi-battle pack and the monthly pack. So, okay, that's what we needed to get covered in Raid's daily video here. With this one, we've got a lot of content to get to. We've got the blessings to cover. I did the first one yesterday with the light blessings. We've got the Iron Fortress, the Soul Stones, and all sorts of stuff around Mighty UKKO and all those events coming up. So it was kind of a calm week this week, technically, but things are really going to ramp up and get crazy for the next 2 weeks. And we're going to really have to focus on setting ourselves up for success to not miss out on Mighty UKKO. And we'll keep you in the loop here on the channel. So remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon in the next video. Peace.